There are a bunch of things that you should do every time you log into your Age of Origins account. So today I logged into my own beginner account so that I can show you what I'm doing every single day, like what is my daily routine in Age of Origins. Of course, I'm not going to include the special events because yes, every time there is an event that you can participate, you should. But events come and go. They're only available for a limited time. But what we are going to discuss today is, regardless of the events, what you should be doing every single day when you log into your Age of Origins account. Now, the first thing that I'm going to mention is spending your mobility or your action points, whatever you want to call it. And for that, of course, you can head over to World Map and basically kill some monsters. Every single time you do it, you're going to spend some amount of mobility. And mobility is basically free resources because when you kill monsters, you get extra bunch of stuff. And here you can either search monsters or research tiles. Let's search a level 7 one. As I said, this is my beginner account. We're going to click on it, press on attack and set out. And as you can see right here, we did spend 10 mobility. You should spend it every single time you log in because if you don't, remember this refreshes itself over the course of time. And if it just stays at 100, it cannot go over 100. This means every minute that it stays at 100 is that you are losing mobility because if it was at 0, for example, it will again start refreshing back all the way to 100. But since it's just sitting at 100, you're not spending your mobility, you're wasting your free resources. The next one is, of course, you should go back to your city, head over to Command Center and recruit officers. You get free recruits, and from the events or completing certain things, you also get other recruitment items. I have 8 of this and 7 of this. You don't want your recruitment tokens just sit here because every time you recruit an officer, you can use them for basically every single action in the game. Just for the video, I'm going to purchase this and we are going to recruit some officers. Let's go back and recruit, how many times? Recruit 10 times. Let's go. As you can see, we got a bunch of 1 fragments, but boom, Panda Jack 8 fragments. This is huge because with those fragments, we are going to upgrade our officers even further. So every time you log into your Age of Origins account, make sure to check Command Center. Let's recruit some more. Boom, another 8, this time for Big Dog. We are going to recruit again, one final time, one last time, and look at that. A full officer. And as you can see, it says you already have this, so each officer is automatically converted to fragments times 8. The next thing is pretty straightforward. It is just like your mobility, but every time you log in, you want to click on these and you want to empty your farms. Because your resource buildings, as I said, just like mobility, they have a maximum cap. This means if you don't click on them and collect them every time you log into your Age of Origins account, they're just going to sit there with their maximum capacity, which means they're going to stop producing. And that equals, of course, you getting less resources every single day. So when you log in, one of the first things that you need to do is just collecting all your resources. Next one on the list, which is something that I am not doing at this moment for this video, is constantly training your troops. Every time you check the game, see if all your military buildings are training troops, and if not, again, you are wasting time. So every time you're not training, click on one of those buildings, recruit, and start training troops at the highest tier possible, because you'll basically need your army for almost everything in Age of Origins. And from the factories, of course, we will train, or I should say we will recruit a bunch of vehicles. If our military buildings are not recruiting, we have to do it so that we are not wasting any time. Not just in Age of Origins, but in any city building mobile strategy game, time is quite literally money. By the way, if you want to try Age of Origins yourself, make sure to use the link in the description and pinned comment. Remember, download it, see if you like it. If you don't, you can always delete it. After that, the next thing is, of course, a pretty self-explanatory. You should always be building and researching. Because as you can imagine, later on in the game, these buildings are going to cost a lot of time. Even now, it costs more than 1 day. And once we get it to even higher levels, all the way to level 41, it's going to take weeks or even months. So what you want to do during your Age of Origins journey, when you log in, if your buildings are not upgrading, if you are not doing any research, you have to do it every single time. You cannot let them just sit there and rest. And the path I like to follow is, of course, completing the prerequisites of my main hole. The only exception is, as I explained on one of our previous videos, is upgrading our embassy every single time so that we can increase the number of hubs that we can get, which are basically equals free speed ups. The next thing that you should be checking is, of course, your titans, and you want to see if you can upgrade them or not. As you can see, I am actually able to upgrade my soul spirits. As you can tell by the levels, Empress is the one that I am focusing right now because Titan system is very in-depth, quite complicated. So in my opinion, you don't want to spread out your resources when it comes to upgrading your titans. You need to focus a specific titan, choose between the Soul Spirits and Empress, and then focus everything on that one, because you need a bunch of stuff to upgrade, then you need the evolution thing, and then there is a complete equipment system which is specifically for Titans. So as you can tell, it requires a lot of time and dedication. So I say, instead of spreading out your investments between two, just pick one and focus on one specific Titan. The next one is, I think, quite important. You want to check your appointment screen every single day, because you want to make sure that officers that you are currently using, you have currently appointed, are fit for what you want to do for the day. For example, let's say my appointment screen is looking like this, but I'm going to start a heavy, like a research that takes quite a lot. So instead of this, if I use dark gray, which is going to give me research speed 14%, it will reduce the time pretty drastically, which means we'll need to spend less speed ups. So in my opinion, every time you log in, you should check out your appointment screen and see if you are using correct officers. I don't know if I should even mention to check your daily quest, because like this is one of the most important things that you need to do. There are a bunch of chests, yes, like these are not game breaking, it's not going to drastically improve your account. However, small things add up quite a bit when you think about like these type of games are not sprints, they are marathons. So over the course of time, in the long run, you will be able to accumulate a lot of free stuff, a lot of resources from these daily quest chests. So make sure to complete as many daily quests as possible so that you can claim every single chest in here. One final thing is definitely check out your biochemical lab. And of course, until you can unlock biochemical workshop, you can head over to treatment room and use the healing that you are going to get every day. As you can see, here is our routine healing. What you want to do is you want to treat her as fast as possible, so that as for one of your earlier goals is that you can get mild infection 1, you can unlock zombie troops. Biochemical workshop is also requires mild infection level 1. So make sure to check out your biochemical lab, head over to your treatment room, use all your healing, your routine healing. If you want to do additional heal, let's see if we can, I don't know, we needed 900 for the next level of surgery, so that we could have get level 7 moderate infection 4. So I think these are the daily basics that you need to do. I actually took some notes here, so let me just go over them one by one real quick. Make sure to spend your mobility daily, check recruitment screen, empty your farms, your resource buildings, constantly train your troops, constantly build and research unless everything is maxed. Check your Titan screen, see if you can upgrade the Titan that you are trying to work on. Check your appointment screen to see if the officers that you are currently using is fitting what you want to do for the day. Check your biochemical lab, do your upgrades, do your healing if possible. Complete your daily quest no matter what. And I forgot to mention this one. Check out the tower mode, because this is certainly one of the most fun things that you can do in Age of Origins. The tower defense, I love the tower defense, I love the strategy, the trial and error thing in those type of games, and see how far you can go on this tower defense map. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to download Age of Origins, please consider using my link in the description or pinned comment. I see you on the next video. Goodbye.